Yo, what is up, guys? Prodigy Nelson here, and do I sound excited? I hope I sound excited. You want to know why I might sound excited? Because I've hit 1,000 subscribers. That is 1,000 subscribers, and it's all thanks to you guys, and partly to T Martin. Big thanks to him. I'll be explaining what all went down with T Martin in the next. I don't even know how long this is gonna be, but. Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I love all of you. I try to reply to all your comments just because I want to show you that I care so much about my subscribers. They make me who I am, and you guys are just awesome. So let's get on with it. This is my question and answer video, and take some time, sit back, relax, because this is going to be a long video. A lot of questions, ton of questions actually, and if the questions are similar. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. If the questions are similar, they're going to be linked together, and if I didn't answer your question specifically, it's probably because it was really similar to another question, and I didn't really feel like editing it in. That's kind of harsh. I didn't have the time to edit it all in together because it takes a lot of time. I still haven't quite figured it out yet. But so on with the questions. Let's go. Okay, so the first question, it's I'm just going to sum them all up since I got like 9 of these. It was, what made me want to become a YouTuber? What was my inspiration? How did I get into YouTube? They're all pretty similar. So I thought it was fitting to get into this first, just so you guys could hear why I wanted to start YouTube. There were a couple reasons. My inspiration was probably Woody's Gamertag or T Martin. And I got into the whole YouTube thing before I got into commentating. And I got into the whole YouTube thing because I was, looking up ways to get better at Call of Duty, really. I watched T Martin's tips and tricks, jumps and spots, nade spots, all this stuff. This was the beginning Modern Warfare 3. I started watching it. But how I got into commentating is different. I keep on saying, sorry. So it was in 9th grade, beginning of 9th grade, and this kid sits next to me in my math class, so, we talk a little bit first couple weeks, and then I ask him if he plays Xbox. He says, yeah, he plays a lot. I was like, okay, I didn't know, many people played Xbox in my school, and I asked him what Prestigio was, because I was Prestige 9, I was sure I had him beat. He's like, oh yeah, I've been Prestige 15 for a long time now. What? So I didn't know that other people play Call of Duty in my school. So, we talked, we became a lot better friends. Modern Warfare 3 came out. And we talked about that. We talked about quickscoping. He says, yo, I'm in a quickscoping clan. He's now in Toon, owner of Toon, actually, 30K, in case you were wondering. And he said, I'm in this quickscoping clan. You can join if you get this capture card. It's not that much. It's $20. It was the Dazzle, actually. Really cruddy quality. And I'm glad I have a PVR now. But he says, I was like, okay. So I tried out. I made it. And I started recording some sniper gameplays. And this was on my old channel that I may never disclose to the public because it was embarrassing commentaries. They privated all the videos, actually. So I look at this and I was like, okay, so this is how I got into YouTube. I started commentating, and I get this really cruddy mic. I think it was from SingStar or something. Anything I could commentate with. I think I commentated with Apple headphones once. Oh boy, those were the days. So that's pretty much how I got into YouTube. Is mostly through friends. So, and I'm glad I'm on YouTube now. I mean, look at me now. So on to the next question. So the next question I'm going to answer is the T Martin scene. Now, there isn't one specific question that I'm going to answer. Sorry I didn't link any of you guys up. It's just because I got probably 20 of these comments, asking how I met T Martin. Is he my good friend? How did I keep getting gameplays up? So anything from now on about T Martin, I'm just going to skip. Sorry, I didn't want to answer, the same question 20 times. So the T Martin story, I feel like I've told this trillions of times, but I was homesick one day. And he tweets out, I was just on Twitter, chilling. So he tweets out, he says, does anyone have a gameplay I could use? I've been really busy, haven't been able to play much. So I sent him one of my unlisted links. It was 100 to 3 gameplay that most of you have probably seen. And it was pretty briefly. It was on Nuketown. So I just sent it to him. Maybe I'd get some good luck and he'd upload it and then I'd get some attention from it. And he tweets me, thanks, man. I'm using this. So I started freaking out. Best day of my life. Maybe I'd finally get some attention. So I thank him a million times. He follows me on Twitter. And, he'd ask for some gameplays in the future. I said anytime he wants one, he can have one of my gameplays. So that's how, I guess we're acquaintances now. He asks me for another gameplay every so often. We talk a little bit. And am I his close friend? No, I'm not. I would like to be his close friend in the near future because he's a really chill guy. Not just for his fame. I kind of like people for who they are, not what they can offer me. And he's a really funny guy, so maybe I'll be friends with him in the future. Not now. And how do I keep doing it, getting the gameplays up? He keeps asking me. He's really busy, I guess, and I'm perfectly happy on giving him any gameplays he wants. So that's how I know T Martin and how I keep on getting the gameplays onto his channel, which has really boosted me up to 1,000 subscribers. So next question. So this question is, what grade am I in and how tall am I? And there's another question that reads, is your first name Nelson? And if not, what's your first name? Now, I don't really want to disclose my first name just because some hacking people would love to find me and, you know, do whatever. So I don't really want anybody, because everyone, a lot of people know, oh my gosh, this is brutal. A lot of people know Woody's gamertag's name, and a lot of people know T Martin's name, and if you get my name and my address, and I don't know, you could send me bombs to my house. So I don't really want to release my name, but my last name is Nelson, my first name is Prodigy. That's all you need to know. I'm in 10th grade as I finish up this year. I'm 15 and I'm 5'10", and I'm going into my junior year of high school. So next question. Now this one is a bunch of questions, and I'm going to kind of skip over and just recap the ones that were already asked. So this one's going to take a while because I got to talk about the video games. What was my first video game? What was my favorite video game? How did I start playing video games? How old am I? Did that. What's my favorite SMG class? How did I get into YouTube? Did that. Is T Martin my friend? Did that. So my first video game. Well, I think the first video game I ever played was Super Mutant Ninja Turtles on my cousin's Xbox, on my cousin's SNES. I think I was 6 years old. Man, I was a beast at that game. That was my first video game. My first Call of Duty that I owned was Black Ops 1. My first Call of Duty that I played was the original Modern Warfare. So that was the first, big one that Call of Duty had. How did I start playing video games? Well, a bunch of my friends, sorry, my sister just came in the room. A bunch of my friends were playing video games, and so were my cousins. So I just, wanted to get my own video game system. So I eventually got the Nintendo was my first system, actually. And I think I said my first video. No, I didn't say this. My first video game that I owned was Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. That was a beast game. I can't tell you how many times I beat that. I'm 15. I said that. What's my favorite SMG class? I did a class video a while back. For those of you who are asking, can I do a class setup video? That was right next to the T Martin thing, so it was about 2 weeks ago. And my favorite submachine gun class, probably the PDW with Fast Mag, Suppressor, Ghost, Scavenger, Toughness, C4, Tac Mask, and a Concussion. And so that's it for the classes. That's it for the video games. And on to the next one. Okay, so this one reads, how did you make the emblem and the emblem on my YouTube account? Okay, sorry, misread that. And I got a GFX artist to do that. That's graphics artist to do that. I paid him a little bit, and shout out to him, Last Level Films. I'll link you in the bottom. He's a really good graphics artist. If you need graphics, check him out. Next question. What do I think about the Xbox One? Well, I haven't really been following the Xbox One that closely. To be honest, I'm not really that interested. I'm happy with my current Xbox. I'm definitely going to be getting the Xbox, and eventually I'm going to be getting the PS4, which I've been asked about a bunch. I only play Xbox, and I will be playing PS4 in the future. I'm going to get both just so I can play with all my subscribers. So the Xbox One, I don't really like what they're doing with it. I've been following it a little bit. I don't like that they're trying to make money off of it. It's a gaming console, like PlayStation said. That was perfect. They were like, so we're making a gaming console, not the center of attention. So sorry, Xbox. So right now, PlayStation is killing it, and I'm not really looking at the Xbox One, even though I'm an Xbox fanboy to the end, just because that's what I've been playing on all my life. And next question. What do you think about Call of Duty Ghosts? Now, this I've barely been following just because I love Black Ops 2. I never want to give up Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is just such a great game. I mean, Modern Warfare 3 I liked, but I don't think I loved Modern Warfare 3 now that I look back on this. So I don't know if I'm going to love Ghosts because I really like what Treyarch does, because usually Treyarch introduces all the new great stuff and then Infinity Ward kind of smooths it out, but they've been kind of flopping on that a little bit. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. So I'm not really too excited about Ghosts, but I will be playing it and I will be getting awesome gameplays just for my subscribers to watch. So that's all I have to say about that, Forrest Gump style. And next question, do I have any advice to someone who's going to start their own channel, and what to do to make it good? Also, any recording devices. Okay. So someone who's going to start their own channel. First off, I would get some HD quality stuff if you're sure you're going to go far with this on YouTube. Don't go spending $300 and then, I don't like YouTube so much. So that's kind of a waste. So I would definitely get some high quality stuff. Google is your friend. You can Google some high quality mics and HD PVR or something. What to make it good? I would use note cards, just because I've started using note cards and they've been really working out for me. I've been told my commentaries are drastically improving, which is awesome. I try to get you the best content I possibly can, especially with my voice. That's what you come to hear. And any recording devices, Blue Snowball, Blue something, those are always good. But to make your commentaries good, obviously you have to be kind of a good gamer. You want to get some entertaining gameplays for the commentary to be behind. Try to sound excited with your voice. This is what I've been trying to do, so you don't put the audience to sleep. I've been trying to sound more upbeat and excited, because I'm excited. I got a lot of subscribers. And to advertise yourself, what not to do is not to go on videos and be like, oh, come check me out, I'm an up-and-coming YouTuber. That's annoying. And if the uploader has any sense, he will block you from the channel or something, or tell you to shut up. What you can do is you can send messages to people on what I did is I would go on Woody's Gamertag or T Martin's channel, click people who commented intelligent stuff, send them a message, say, hey, I see you like T Martin's stuff. I post kind of the same stuff. If you want to come check me out, that would be lovely, and have a great day. Something nice like that. That's how you can get people to come check out your channel. That's how I got some of my most loyal subscribers. And then you can also do something like this. I did this. It got a lot of upvotes, got me some subscribers. So what you say is, I posted this on T Martin's thing once. I said, hey, T Martin, great video. I said some nice thing about what he did. I don't recall exactly. I said, that was really good. Thanks for that tip. By the way, I do YouTube videos as well. Hopefully you guys can give me a chance. Come check me out. Thanks again, T Martin, for uploading awesome gameplay. And hopefully you guys can enjoy my content just like T Martin's. And that wasn't spammy. That was nice to the commentator. That's what I would advise you to do, because that's the best way. If you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. I'll even help you out a little bit with some tips and stuff. So that's all I have to say about that. On to the next question. If you could change one thing in Call of Duty, what would it be? By the way, love your vids, man. Thanks, man. I like you as a subscriber. One thing in Call of Duty. Jeez, that's that's really hard. So many things I would change in Call of Duty. It would have to be, oh man, what do I even want to do here? One thing in Call of Duty. That's too hard. I can't even pick one. Probably take out the light machine guns, just because what they were intended for was holding down long lines of sight. What they're used for is sitting in corners and spraying you with a giant big magazine that you don't really need for anything except for spraying. Basically, they're machine guns with bigger magazines, and you run slower. So they're kind of like the stupidest weapons ever. Plus, you can put on target finders, and it's really ridiculous. And the prime reason I hate light machine guns is because all you have to do is sit and spray. You have a lot of magazine to be using up, and why not use it? If you can pin me down in this one area and waste 100 bullets as your teammates coming to get me as I'm hiding behind a rock or something. So I really hate LMGs. And another question I saw, don't remember where, so I'm not gonna link it up, but it's, do you have a girlfriend? Yes, I do, and she's actually knows about my YouTube, which is kind of awkward, but now I'm a lot less embarrassed now that I have 1,000 subscribers. People make fun of me. I'll be like, yeah, 1,000 people like my videos. How about you, huh? Exactly. So I do have a girlfriend, and I do spend a lot of time with her, and I might be doing a dual com with her in the future. Not too sure about that. Anyway, on to the next question. Sorry, RIP English. Next. Am I going to do a facecam vid? I might. I have to get a facecam video, and I have to figure out how to, put it all together. And I'm probably going to do more of those when I get a better laptop, just because this one's kind of slow. But I will be doing facecam videos in the future, and I'm going to be doing live comms. And let's go to the next question. Where is it? I can't find it. Sorry, I have a big list of all the questions I have. Anyway, it's something to do with what are my plans for the future? What are series that I'm going to do? Something like that. So plans for the future. Well, I'm definitely going to be live streaming a lot more once over the summer, and once I figure out how to not make it echo so much on my PVR. And series for the future, I don't know. I'm going to be definitely doing the dissection video for a long time, for probably until the rest of my channel. I kind of wanted to start helping out my subscribers with advice videos. I'm not too sure about that one. I'm definitely going to be doing a couple of those soon. I'm going to start doing a lot of live comms now that I have my snowball over the summer when I have more time and not studying so much. I'm going to be doing a lot of live comms with subscribers and stuff. And one of the series I thought I feel like I'm gonna start doing is swarms with silly combinations and going for nuclears in sharpshooter and stuff like that. So I thought that would be a fun, or like road to nuclear in sharpshooter. I thought that would be a fun series I could do weekly, just a weekly episode of sharpshooter trying to get nuclears. I think it would be fun to do with subscribers, and then I'll definitely be doing a lot more open lobbies. So that's my series plans for the future. And next question. So this is my last and final question, and I'll be sure to be doing more question and answer videos in the future just because this has gotten long enough. I've answered, I don't even know, 20 maybe, something like that. So I'm going to be closing out after this. Favorite class setup and favorite score streaks. I already went over the favorite class setup, but I wanted to tell you my favorite score streaks. Definitely the Orbital VSAT has to be my favorite, then Swarm, then probably Lodestar, which I don't use as much. I don't know why. I love the Orbital VSAT. It just lets me pwn the enemies, and the Swarm kills me a bunch. That's really irritating. I think I was 30-0, 36-0, I think it was, and then I get killed by my own Swarm. Boy, oh boy, that got me so mad. I was probably like 5 from a nuclear. I don't even know. That got me so angry. So I like the Orbital a lot, and Lodestar is pretty powerful, especially on small maps without a lot of buildings. It's pretty ponage, beast, master, overlord. Made 0 sense. So I hope you guys like this commentary. Man, this is gonna be a beast to edit. I haven't edited anything yet. I'm just commentating over everything. Sorry if I missed out on any of your questions. Let me know. I'll be sure to answer them in the comment section below. And before you leave, before you click out, please drop a like, drop a favorite, drop a comment. I'll answer them all except for likes and favorites because you can't answer those. But this video took a ton of effort to make. I love my subscribers. Thank you for 1K. Maybe we'll shoot for 150 likes on this one. Is that fair? We can start setting goals for likes. Thank you for being my subscribers. I hope you get to enjoy me grow throughout the ranks of YouTube within the next bunch of years as I continue my YouTube career. Hopefully I'll hit 10,000 by, I don't even know. Let's set some goals for me though in the near future. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Thanks for 1K and have an awesome day. Prodigy Nelson out.